We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with ATR and it's pushing upwards, and we're going to look at it with 42 vision, how it's looking on the 30-minute and on the 1 day, and is this the beginning of a squeeze? And we're going to look at all the data together. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the 2 home run opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if that's something you want to become part of, I would like to invite you to join us. Check out the links down below in the description, and then we're going to jump right into it here with everything on ATR. So the home runs of the day were spectacular, and despite the S&P 500 index continue with the turbulence to the downside, portfolios are sitting sideways or in the red, I will continue to look for opportunities daily, and this is something you can become part of as well. I would like to invite you to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. This was a phenomenal way to end the month of September, and we're going into October ready for more opportunities as we always look for them, right? So PALT was one of them, and GROM. These were 2 stocks that had a lot of potential in the last several days, and today the risk was a lot higher, but they turned out to be home runs as well. We're going to look at those charts, and BLIN as well gave us small jumps of 3 to 5% and 5 to 10%. So let's go ahead and look at these charts on how these home runs turned out. It was spectacular. What a great way once again to end the month this way. So we caught this one with 42 vision, right, in the pre-market as things were pushing upwards. It consolidated and pulled back, and you can see the dip right there and the rip, right? And you can see the momentum with 42 vision, and this is something you can gain access to as well. And you can see the weakness later on in the charts, but it gave us a highest point of 40% plus. And GROM, we caught this one as it was consolidated in the pre-market, went into weakness. It had weakness the first few minutes after the bell, and then right there you can see the momentum back, and momentum 50% plus at its highest point. And this first run right here was 20% plus. This second point right here was nearly a 30 to 40% plus opportunity, and all the way to its peak of a highest point of opportunity of 50% plus, guys. This is what we strive for daily. If you watch my videos every day and you haven't joined us, I would like to invite you to join us. Become part of a group of investors that are all looking to learn and grow together and continue to strive for opportunities like these every single day. And we look forward to having you join us. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with ATR, and as we see it here with 42 vision, there was extreme weakness and we needed to watch it carefully. I talked about that yesterday, and I also stated how if it was going to reverse, we wanted to see transitions. And this right here is the perfect example of 42 vision doing a complete transition of strength, right? Going from the white candlesticks with red borders all the way up to green. And if we continue in that direction, there's going to be a lot more momentum, and we might even see a reversal on the 1 day. So this is what we're going to look at now, the 30-minute compared to the 1 day. We're going to talk about resistance levels just like I talked about yesterday, and we're going to break down all the data on how I feel about this potential squeeze that's happening right now, because some covering is in the works here. This does not happen on its own. So let's go ahead and look here at the 1 day, and then we're going to break down all the data. So on the 1 day, things continue on the downtrend. Now they have not transitioned to a red candlestick, but you could see the low here of $9 and some change, and all the way back up to $11.80. If this continues this pattern, right, and it does not get rejected on the 30-minute, and it consolidates up here or just continues with momentum, then the stock is in the works of going even higher, and we might see this reverse on the 1 day as well. That will be a sign of strength. I also talked about how important, right, this support level down here, 916, 910, was for the stock. And guess what happened? It broke through it briefly, and it reversed from there. This is why support levels, resistance levels, and the charts are so important, and 42 vision allows one to see, right, the dips and the rips. That's what it's all about here. Being able to maximize on opportunities, being patient, because a lot of investors here thought this was the dip, probably thought this was the dip, and the true dip was right here as we see it, as it got closer to this level here. And I stated in yesterday's video, the closer it gets to 9, this is going to be a pivotal moment to watch it, because this is where it took off from. This is where we were watching it last time, and then it doubled, okay? And then all the news and negative catalysts that came out for ATR. Those are the things that kind of hurt it, and it wasn't an offering. Some people misunderstood it, but at the end of the day, it didn't dilute the shares, but it still affects the value of the company because it's paying off debt, giving away a percentage of its shares, not to dilute it, but to pay off debt, giving control to the debt holder of these stocks, shares, and also the charts. But in the same works, a lot of the shorts have been covering and recovering and then going back and being shorts again. So the days to cover needs to get higher. The higher it gets, the more explosive we could see these runs. This is the beginning of a possible squeeze though, because of the fact that it's moved up nearly $2 and it's starting all over where it began last time. It doesn't mean it can go back up to 18, but let's look at the data here of short interest. So short interest continues to make this one be the top short squeeze score, and it's 95.99. It's been going downwards. The borrow fee rate is holding up, and the days to cover is getting higher. I think this is a really good sign based off this delayed information, and short interest is 21% for ATR. Now, a lot of investors are telling me that the information is delayed here compared to Ortex. So if we pull up Ortex, it's going to look a little bit different, but at the end of the day, it's still the number one short squeeze score. And when we look here at Ortex information, we have a total amount, right, of the total free float on loan, 89%. Okay. And you have here this stock skyrocketing as short interest is going higher and higher. And this is something that I've talked about already, how the shorts are covering and repositioning themselves as shorts again. This goes ahead and proves it. The higher this goes, it's going to continue. And if this is delayed and short interest has been going downwards, yet it's spiking back up and this is not updating, that goes to show that ATR, and when we look here at the short shares availability, the shorts are covering and they themselves are actually throwing those short shares back into the market and repositioning themselves as shorts. And that goes ahead and shows it here as well, how the short volume each day has been over 50%. And yesterday was the first day that it slowed down. And today, if the numbers continue to go higher or stay lower, that goes ahead and correlates with the action that we see here, because there's less short shares actually being used and there's less covering because of the fact that they're covering and then repositioning themselves. We want this to actually turn into just covering and no repositioning. And the main thing is the days to cover, guys. The higher the days to cover, the bigger the pressure for the ATR shorts, guys. They will feel the pressure and be forced to turn from bears and shorts to bulls. And that's what's going to create this type of effect here. Now, I did state that we could see short squeezes, but if the days to cover doesn't go higher and the shorts have this amount of flexibility, the runs are going to be smaller. And this right here is moving pretty quickly, and we're going to have to see if it can maintain itself, break through the high of the day of 1175, but most importantly, way back up here to 1396, which is $14. And that is the price target that ATR was just upgraded to not too long ago. And that is something that is really important for the bulls to break through, use as support, because there's a lot of shorts above that number that are going to get forced to cover, and that could make some explosive moves in the charts, guys. Now, on the 30-minute, we do want to stay away from the 9s. We talked about that before, and even on the 1 day, and I'm going to be watching to see if this actually reverses like we saw here. This was a reversal here when it went from obviously red borders in green to green with green and all the way up towards more green, guys. Right now it is in a downtrend, but things are slightly leveling off, and we're going to see if it can reverse, continue the push to the upside, or consolidate before the next run or the next squeeze, guys. So that is definitely something I'm going to be watching. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.